Hi, I'm Rod Beckstrom, President and CEO of ICANN. We're here in Washington, D.C., overlooking the White House from a lovely W Hotel. I'm here with Jamie Hedlund, our new Vice President of Government Affairs. Jamie, welcome to ICANN.
It's great to be here, Rod. I can't tell you how excited I am to be joining ICANN right now.
Well, you've done a lot in your career. I mean, you worked at the FCC as a regulator. You've worked at Yahoo. You were Vice President of Government Affairs at CEA. But why'd you come to ICANN to take this on?
So a number of reasons. One is I love technology. I love the internet. I grew up as a telecom regulator, but then moved into the internet space, and spent 4 years at level 3 on the business side, which is internet backbone here. And I wanted to get back to sort of my internet roots. This is also, as I said, a very exciting time for ICANN. With new leadership, it brings a ton of energy and excitement and commitment and passion, which gets me going. As well as a new relationship with the U.S. government and the world. And it's in the evolution of the internet. This is could not be a more exciting time.
Well, thank all of you so much for coming. Absolutely thrilled to have you here. This is our 4th DC cocktail party, and it's just great to see so many friends in the ICANN ecosystem and community coming together. Bienvenidos, estoy encantado de contar hoy con su presencia para celebrar un cóctel en este hermoso y histórico Hotel Washington. Me alegra ver a tantos amigos de ICANN aquí esta tarde. Bienvenue, je suis ravi que vous avez pu joindre à nous aujourd'hui pour notre 4e cocktail dans ce charmant hôtel historique de Washington. Cela fait plaisir de voir un si grand nombre d'amis de l'ICANN réunis ici. In a moment, I'll have the pleasure of introducing to you ICANN's new Vice President for Government Affairs Americas, Jamie Hedlund. En un momento, tendré el placer de presentario el nuevo Vicepresidente de Asuntos Gubernamentales de ICANN en las Américas, Jamie Hedlund. Dans quelques instants, j'aurai le plaisir de vous présenter Jamie Hedlund, le nouveau vice-président de l'ICANN, chargé des affaires gouvernementales aux Amériques. Jamie is very well suited to working in all the Americas. He's comfortable in English, Spanish, and French, much more so than I, although I enjoy trying, and will be looking forward to communicating with you in these languages. Jamie es sumamente adecuado para trabajar en todas las Américas. Él se siente muy cómodo hablando tanto en inglés como en español y francés. Y espero ansioso comunicarse con ustedes en estos idiomas. Travailler partout en Amérique convient parfaitement à Jamie. Elle est à l'aise en anglais, en espagnol et en français. Et se réjouit l'idée de communiquer avec vous dans toutes ces langues. I'll ask you to say a few words in just a moment, and now I'll revert to my mother tongue, but say we're just really thrilled to have Jamie here. Last time we were here, we were celebrating the affirmation of commitments, a great milestone that so many of you helped to achieve and to establish, that leads to the continuation of our joint private sector-led multi-stakeholder process for governing the internet, one of the most innovative and extensive creations of mankind. The AOC is now in an implementation phase, and we're working very hard on that. But we also know that we need to increase our efforts here in Washington, D.C. and across the Americas in this critical year of 2010 and in the coming years as well. We're excited to have Jamie here because he brings a rich set of skills and experiences that will really help ICANN to forge its new relationships with the U.S. and the other governments across the Americas. As a telecoms attorney with experience on the regulation side with the FCC, and then also working in the private sector side at level 3 before he joined Yahoo to serve as a director of public policy, and then of course, then he moved on to become the vice president of government affairs at the Consumer Electronics Association, the CEA. So Jamie's had a very rich set of experiences in government, in the private sector, and working with nonprofits. So the real span of some of the key constituent parts of this ecosystem. That was very unique. Also the fact that he's lived in 2 cities in Latin America, Mexico City and in Santiago, Chile. He's also lived in Paris, France, and speaks French as a result. So he's going to have a lot of hard work to do here in DC. He's going to need your help, but I can say we're absolutely thrilled to have a leader of his caliber joining us to lead the charge in the Americas. Let's give a hand to Jamie.
Rod, thank you very much for those very kind remarks. I think I'd like to ask for a transcript so I can keep that for my performance review in about a year or so. But in all seriousness, I'm really excited to be at ICANN right now. This is a really it's a thrilling time to be part of this. You know, the energy and the vision that you bring is truly inspiring, and I know I will not be bored in this arena. I'm also really thrilled to have the opportunity to work with many of the stakeholders in the Americas, in Washington and throughout the Americas. I know, or I understand that in the past that there have been some differences between some of the stakeholders and ICANN, and some of those differences have been aired in front of policymakers. I guess my hope and my commitment is to work with all the stakeholders. I'm fully dedicated to this role here and in the Americas, and I hope that we can work together constructively and engage either as appropriate to show that the ICANN model works and is effective and is the most effective way of managing the domain name system. Or alternatively, when we, as we may have differences going forward, that we, work together, constructively to resolve those differences the best we can in a way that yields optimal solutions. So, with that said, following your lead and consistent with the international spirit of global spirit of ICANN. Quisiera añadir algunas palabras en español. J'aimerais bien partager quelques mots en français. Primero, damas y caballeros, muchísimas gracias para venir esta noche. Es un honor para mí estar con tanta gente que realmente apoya la idea de un solo Internet. Me llena con placer tener la oportunidad de trabajar con ustedes, asegurando que el Internet sigue tener éxito. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous remercie pour assister à notre réception ce soir. C'est un honneur pour moi d'être ici avec vous qui appuyez l'idée d'un seul Internet. Je suis très heureux d'avoir l'opportunité de travailler avec vous en assurant que l'Internet continue à succéder d'un niveau global. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Merci beaucoup à tous.
There were so many things that made you just stand out as just an outstanding candidate to come on board in ICANN, and one of them was your international living experience in Latin America and also in Paris, and those language abilities in French and Spanish, so that you speak at least 3 of the 4 languages in Latin America. I guess all you got to learn at this point is Portuguese. But
you're right. No, that's right. And it's a love of mine, and it's a great opportunity for me to be able to use my languages, improve my languages, and work with people from other walks of life, other parts of the world.
Well, clearly, the internet's spreading down there incredibly right now across Latin America, throughout the Caribbean. Of course, it's already been heavily penetrating Canada. So we're just thrilled to have you on board.
Well, thank you,
Jamie.
I'm really excited to be here.
And I'm really looking forward to working together.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank
Great
you.
to be here.